Hello guys, we are in round 11 of the FIDE Candidates Tournament 2026. So far the tournament is going great for Sindaro, Anishgiri and Caruana are trying to catch up to him, so we will see what happens in this round, but you can check my title in this game, A Gifted Win, and it slipped away. So I'm not going to spoil you what happened in this game, but you're going to enjoy in the analysis. But before we check it out, we need to get in the mood. So I have a picture for you guys so you can see it. Here we go. We have a nice picture of Pragg. I'm going to make it a little more bigger so you guys can see it. Sorry about that. You can see Pragg on the left side. Some moves can been played. You can see Bluebaum is thinking, and it's 1 hour and 50 minutes per player. So you can see the position. This is in the opening stages of the game. So a very nice photo from the players, but now we get to the actual game. Let's see what happened in this amazing chess game. We have Pragg open the game with e4. We have e5 by Bluebaum and knight to f3, knight to f6, going for the Petrov defense here. A lot of moves can be played, but Pragg choose knight takes on e5, and we have d6 challenging the knight. Knight needs to move, so knight jumps to d3, and we have knight takes on e4 and knight to c3. Knight jumps back to f6 square, and we have knight to f4, d5 taking the center, and d4. Bishop to e7, and here, when I saw the picture, this move was played. If you were paying attention, queen to f3, which is, if you look at the engine closely, here you can see that the most played move is bishop to d3, and we would see something like castles by both players. Rook to 8, nicely putting the rook on an open file, and rook to e1 by white, challenging the e8 rook. But here I think Pragg wanted to surprise his opponent, and he played queen to f3, putting a lot of pressure on the d5 pawn. So you need to defend with c6. Now we have bishop to d3, nicely developing the bishop to the active square. Castles h3, a very useful move, preventing some bishop g4 ideas in the future. And now this move a little surprised me. When I was looking at the game, I was expecting knight to d7, and Bluebaum played knight to a6. I think he was trying to go to b4 square maybe, and then play a5 to secure the knight and attack this bishop. And here Pragg immediately captured the piece because you double black spawns. So knight jumps to d3, eyeing that c5 and e5 square, and we have a5 by Matthias, castles, and bishop to a6, nicely putting the bishop on this long diagonal and eyeing that rook. So Pragg moved the rook, and rook to e8, and now bishop to g5, nicely pinning this knight, and here queen to b6 was played, which is the first mistake. Here, if you look at this position, Bluebaum needed to find h6. You need to challenge this bishop right away. We would see something like captures and recaptures with the bishop. Knight to c5, nicely attacking this light square bishop, and bishop retreats to c8. Queen to d3, defending the pawn. The rooks are nicely connected, connected, and white is slightly better, not much, but the game would continue. So we have queen to b6, which is the idea is to put pressure on the b2 and d4 pawn, and but this pawn is you can't grab this pawn, but here Pragg continued with knight e5, and now rook from a to c8, first defending the c6 pawn, and a very nice move by Pragg. This move really surprised me. If I look this position for an hour, I probably wouldn't find that move. Rook e3, and you will see the main idea behind this rook to e3 move. And now, can you take this pawn? This is the question. This pawn is free, and b2, d4 pawn is free, and b2 pawn is free. So can you take it? Let's say. Of course, Bluebaum took the pawn, and now we have a rook from a to e1 by Pragg. And now you'll see the main idea behind this rook to this amazing rook lift. You play first queen to f5. And now the best approach for black is to challenge the bishop. And now you play first at Zwischenzug. You attack the queen with rook d1. Queen is the move. This is the best square. Queen to b4, putting some pressure on that b2 pawn. But now they find the winning idea. You play a brilliant move and you sack a bishop. Bishop takes on h6, and white is much better. And now if you accept the bishop, you're getting checkmated with rook g3 check. And now if the king moves, let's say to f8, you can give up even the queen. You're threatening mate on g7 square, and if the knight takes the queen, you deliver a nice mate because the rook is nicely covering those squares. So this is completely winning. So a very nasty move by Pragg, but unfortunately he missed the winning idea. He played rook to e1, and now we have h6 and some complications. Knight jumps to d7, knight takes on d7, and rook takes on e7, rook takes on e8, some trades, and knight to e5, attacking the queen. Queen goes to e3, and Bluebaum declines the trade of the queens. Queen to b4, eyeing that e7 rook, and queen takes the knight. We have h takes on g5, so both players get their pieces, and we have b3 defending this pawn. So now you need to keep an eye on that knight, or you can move it. Let's say this is maybe the plan, or knight e2. We have rook f8 defending the f7 square, and rook to c7, nicely attacking the pawn. Maybe in the future putting the queen on that e7 square to put some pressure on that black queen, but queen to b6 was played, and now knight to a4, a very nice move by Pragg, and queen to b5. Sorry, wrong arrow, eyeing that f1 square. King side steps to h2, and queen to b4. c3, challenging the queen, attacking the queen. Queen goes to a3, putting some pressure on that a2 pawn. And now rook takes the pawn. The bishop is attacked, so we need to move the bishop. Bishop attacks the knight, and now we have knight to b6. The knight will jump to that d7 square to harass the rook. This is probably the plan. And now the second mistake by Bluebaum. Bluebaum is greedy, and he takes the pawn. And now we have some nice moves by Pragg. Queen e3. We have queen takes on b3, and if you look at the time, both players have Bluebaum has 11 minutes and Praggnanandhaa has 9 minutes. So we are in move 31. So 9 moves needs to be played to reach time control. So additional time could be granted for players. 30 minutes and 30 seconds for a move. And now we have knight d7 challenging this rook. Rook goes to c8 and knight e5 attacking this f7 pawn. And in this position, you won't believe it, but now we are in critical position of this game. Here Bluebaum played rook e8, and this is a big blunder. This is I'm going to ask you now to pause the video and try to find the best solution and why. Here, the best solution for white is to sacrifice, to play, not sacrifice, to play rook takes on f7 square. And now the point is that, let's say, for example, black wants to capture the knight and queen would recapture and you would recapture the rook. It doesn't work that way. Let's say rook takes on e5. You don't capture the rook, but you play queen a7. And now the threat is rook takes on g7. So I'm going to show you the best defensive resource that black has. Bishop to d3. You need to defend this square. You need to allow this check and defend the h7 square. But now we see something like rook takes, king moves, and now you play rook f7. You're threatening mate. King attacks the rook, and you again repeat. And now you play rook to c7. You're threatening mate. But now if you play, let's say, for example, if you want to defend the back rank, you're getting checkmated because do you see this long diagonal? Queen delivers a nice check, and now you need to block, check, you need to move, and this is a nice checkmate. So that doesn't work. And in this position, maybe if you guys thought about the best continuation would be to play d4. And now you play just rook c8, you deliver a nice check, you need to block with the queen, you have no other moves, and you pick up the queen with check. King needs to take, and now you even pick up the rook, you see this, a nice check. You deliver a nice check, king needs to move, and you take on e5. This is completely winning for white, so yeah. But unfortunately, in this position, Pragg played queen f3, which is a miss, and all of the advantage is gone. The position is now equal. We have d4 by Matthias, a very nice move, attacking and defending the f7 square. Knight takes on f7 and rook f8, and now a brilliant move, but knight takes on h7, g takes on h6. You have nothing better, but now Pragg played queen e4, a very nice move. You're threatening mate, and this is the critical position. Once again, you need to find the best move to not get mated, and of course Matthias found it. You need to play bishop to d3. The point is that if you accept the piece, let's say for example queen takes d3, you're getting destroyed with queen b8 check, and you pick up the rook. So now you pick up the rook, you're up a rook, so you're completely winning. So in this position, you can play that. Here Pragg continued with queen e5, and now rook f7, trying to trade off rooks, but now the moves repeat. Now the players repeated moves. Rook a8 with check. Rook goes back and threatening mate once again, and repeating moves. Rook f7. You need to defend that g7 square. Rook delivers check, and it was a draw by repetition by both players. So yeah, Pragg. What can I say? Pragg missed his chances in this game, and he missed chances in the game against Wei. I think it was in round 10. I hope he bounces back, and because he's a phenomenal player, we will see what happens. We will see what happens, and we have 3 more rounds to go. So far, Sindaro is leading the tournament with 2 points, and I believe that nobody will stop him. So yeah, this is it. If you like the video, please feel free to subscribe, hit that button, and join my chess community, so we can enjoy in some chess action together. Share this video with your friends, family members, and people who really like chess. And we'll see you soon with more content to come. We'll see you soon, and goodbye.